So with this project, it was announced in 1875 and was assembled in Paris between 1881, and it was finished in the United States in October of 1886. The construction laborers were under the command of sculptor Auguste Bartholdi, as well as Gustave Eiffel, who was actually the frame worker for this. This statue stands about 93 meters in height and weighs just about 7 tons. With the culture aspect, it was a gift from the people of France to the people of the United States, and it was being recognized as a symbol of freedom as well as a symbol of democracy. With the Statue of Liberty, it was built through transatlantic construction, and it was shipped in 210 crates and remained like that for 10 months. In building the right arm, they used wooden planks. Fabricating the right arm and sending it to America, which was stood up first. When the head and shoulders were constructed, this became a huge distraction to everyone. Everyone wanted to see it. This is what the head looked like. With the skin, it was designed with a brick pier within the statue so the skin may be anchored. The skin is made of copper with 350 separate skin plates of copper. The skin sheets are formed using a method called repose. For the skin, the copper is heated and struck with wooden hammers, hammering the copper to be 2.4 millimeters thick. The designed central iron pylon stands about 92 feet tall, in which is the primary support for the structure. This pylon serves as the spine for the statue, which supports the armature, which conforms to the outer contours. There are 300 sheets of copper attached to the armature, as well as using 1,500 U-shaped copper saddles and 300 copper rivets. From the details of the U-shaped copper saddles, it can be assumed that centering took place given that there's a U-shape, and that's the only way you may do things with centering when it comes down to that. The exterior construction isn't load-bearing. Instead, it is supported by interior framework. Due to the copper skin, the statue can survive through harsh weather of New York and the strong winds that blow through. And with this, it may move slightly instead of cracking, which is why they chose copper for this project. If this statue were to be built in modern day, what I would do personally to avoid extra labor hours would change the fact that it's built in France and instead have the laborers from France come to America and do the project in America, or at least New York where it stays. As well as to this, I would avoid the use of copper and instead I would choose to use stainless steel. I feel like this would be much better, as well as it would be easy to weld. It would be something way cooler to look at. I feel like it would stand out. And it would make the difficulty, it would just be the same. It wouldn't be any harder, it wouldn't be less hard. It wouldn't be too much of a difference. On top of this, some of the tools included would be welding machines, hammers, cranes, tractors to move heavy stuff, some of the modernized things that they didn't have back then. Some of the false work I would include in this would be formwork, shoring, and scaffolds. Thank you for listening to my presentation.